Well, we're here before the first round of the NAIA Football Championship Series with head coach Mike Grossner. Coach, we'll get right into it with Sterling. They're an 8-2 team. You've played them in this same round back in 2013 at Liston Stadium, but a completely different team on both sides. Talk about the Sterling team. What have you seen so far on film?
Yeah, we're familiar. Playing them twice in the last 3 years. Similar conceptually that they were back then. Chuck Lambert was there as a coach. Their offensive coordinator was there as a coach running their offense, so they're very similar. Chuck was on the defensive side. He is the brother of the former head coach. So both teams know each other, fairly good. It looks like when you watch them on tape, it's a mirror image of 14. In fact, they had some great athletes in 13 and 14, and they've got some similar kids this year in those same positions. They've always had an athletic quarterback that can run or throw. They've got one this year. He's special. I think it's crucial that we can contain him and tackle him well in open space. He can run or throw, which provides that dual threat. And then I like that receiver they got, number 2, A.J. Brown, I believe. He's leading the nation in receptions, scoring. He's got about 3 or 4 kick returns for touchdowns, and when you watch him, he's deceptively fast. And when I say that, he's fast. I've told our guys, you go into the game thinking he's fast, because he is, because every time I see them send him deep, he runs by people, and good people. So that's the concern. Do we tackle well in space, and do we keep number 2 in front of us? That's crucial on defense. And then offensively, they've seen wide open offenses in their conference. They know how to defend it. They go against it every day because that's what they do. So I feel like if we do our thing right, we'll be able to move the football, and then the key is, of course, getting touchdowns. I think we can run the football, and we've been doing a better job of that lately. And so when I say lately, throughout the year when we needed to. If you look at the stats, we got 51.5 points a game, and they've got 51.2. So if the guy looks at the game, he says it's going to be a shootout. I think there's going to be 2 great offenses going at it, but hopefully, I happen to think our defense is pretty good and has proven that throughout the year, and so our guys are going to, want to step up to the challenge. But getting the playoffs, 2 good football teams going at each other.
Yeah, let's talk about your defense. You guys played quite a mobile quarterback against Missouri Valley with Jeff Bridges. He was able to move about and run and throw. Now you've got that opportunity again this week. How about being able to see that 2 weeks ago? Do you feel like that will help you as far as game planning?
Yeah, we've the Bridges kid created things on the run. I think this young man can stand in there and throw the drop back game, but they've got so much motion going on within their offense. So you got to play the counter, you got to play Q draw, Q power. Then when they just stand and try to throw it, you got to make sure he doesn't break contain. So there's so many aspects that Sterling presents from that situation. It was nice to face a couple mobile quarterbacks in Bridges. The Bedford kid out of CMU that was very hard to tackle because he was so big. I thought Cooper from Mid-America was very similar, a 230-pound quarterback that can hurt you on the run because he can physically run over you at times. So we've seen a dose of everything. The scary part is they spread you out, and that creates seams. So if you're undisciplined from a standpoint of your pass rush, your run game concepts where you've got to do your job and occupy your gap, you can get gashed quickly. And these 2 young men, plus their tailback's real good. And they've got a couple other receivers that I'm not talking about that have made a lot of plays. They've got an H-back kid that makes a lot of plays inside and does a good job of blocking. So from that being said, there's a lot of challenges for our defense to be disciplined. If we're disciplined, we're good enough, we run well enough that we can do some things, but we got to stay disciplined. And then offensively, it's the same old story. Protect the football. Logan, get the ball out, keep him upright, and let our guys do their thing. We've got some good players on offense.
Well, Coach, it's a big day on campus. We've got 3 national playoff games, all at Liston Stadium. We've got men's and women's basketball home opener here at Collins Center. There's also a little tailgate going on before the game. So, how about what a great day this will be for Baker Nation. Talk about that from a university standpoint.
Yeah, this is similar to I believe it was 2 years ago.
Last year
that we had the triple header. I remember we were playing early in the day, and then we had soccer, Mid-America in the evening. A rival coming over here for playoff action. So it's the same feel. We're going to start off at noon, then we got basketball at 2, another basketball game at 4, and then follow with 2 soccer games in the evening. As a Baker student, hopefully they can keep it going all day, you know what I mean, and show up to the venues and root for their fellow peers. But as alum, couldn't ask for any more. Get out there early in the morning, at 10 in the morning. I think they're got a nice tent with some food and drink in there, and then come cheer us on, and then continue on into the gym, warm up a little bit, and then go back outside at night. But what a day for the athletic department in our university. That's kudos to our coaches and student athletes that we're able to, number one, be in a position to do this, and then number 2, be able to have everybody here on the same venue, so you're not traveling all over or picking and choosing. You just show up to Baldwin City and you'll get your fill of sports.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you at noon on Saturday.
All righty, thanks.